What if everything you have ever been taught about human history is a carefully constructed lie? We are programmed to believe that the end of the world is a distant, gradual threat. We are told to fear slow climate change or an asteroid that might hit us millions of years from now. We go to work, we pay our taxes, we stare at our glowing screens, completely convinced that the ground beneath our feet is stable. But the shadow government knows the truth, and they have been hiding it from you for over half a century. What if I told you that human civilization has been completely wiped out, not once, but at least 5 times before? What if we are not the pinnacle of evolution, but simply the 6th version of a rebooted matrix? And most terrifying of all, what if the elites know exactly when the next reset is coming? Welcome to Vantage Elite. Today, we are opening the vault on the most dangerous document ever classified by the Central Intelligence Agency. It is not a schematic for a nuclear weapon. It is not a file on extraterrestrial biological entities. It is a history book. This is the suppressed reality of the Adam and Eve story, the cyclical pole shift, and the massive multi-trillion-dollar underground infrastructure the global elites are currently building to survive the impending apocalypse. Act 1. The Banned Book. The year was 1966. A brilliant scientist, researcher, and engineer for McDonnell Douglas named Dr. Chan Thomas published a book titled The Adam and Eve Story, The History of Cataclysms. Thomas was not a fringe conspiracy theorist. He was a highly respected mind who worked intimately with advanced aerospace projects. But the contents of his book were so explosive, so utterly terrifying to the established order, that the Central Intelligence Agency stepped in immediately. Before the book could reach the masses, the CIA confiscated the copies and classified the entire manuscript as top secret. Ask yourself a logical question. Why would the premier intelligence agency of the United States government classify a book about ancient geology and history? The CIA's mandate is national security. They deal in espionage, black projects, and geopolitical warfare. They do not ban history books unless that history is actually a prophecy for the future. For decades, the book sat in the dark archives of the intelligence community. It wasn't until 2013, after relentless Freedom of Information Act requests, that the CIA finally declassified a sanitized version of the document. But they didn't release the whole thing. Out of the original 284 pages, the CIA only released 57 heavily redacted pages. Over 200 pages of data, research, and timelines were completely erased. What was in those missing pages? What is the shadow government so desperate to keep from the public? Dr. Chan Thomas uncovered the mechanics of the Matrix reset. He discovered that planetary destruction does not take thousands of years. It takes one day. Act 2. The Mechanics of Destruction. To understand the terrifying reality of the Adam and Eve story, you have to understand the illusion of our daily existence. Right now, as you listen to this, you are standing on a planet that is spinning at roughly 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. You don't feel it because the land, the oceans, and the atmosphere are all moving together in perfect synchronization. Beneath the Earth's thin, fragile crust is a massive ocean of molten magma. Dr. Thomas discovered that the Earth's magnetic poles are not permanent. Every few thousand years, triggered by cosmic frequencies and the sun's electromagnetic cycles, the Earth's core undergoes a massive disruption. When this happens, the magnetic poles rapidly flip. But it's not just compasses pointing south instead of north. The electromagnetic glue that holds the Earth's crust to the molten core momentarily fails. The crust slips. Imagine you are driving a car at 1,000 miles per hour and you suddenly slam on the brakes. The car stops, but everything inside the car keeps moving forward at 1,000 miles per hour. Now, take that to the entire planet. When the magnetic lock fails, the Earth's solid land masses essentially hit the brakes. But the oceans and the atmosphere do not. They continue moving at 1,000 miles per hour. The results are beyond apocalyptic. Dr. Thomas described it in vivid, horrifying detail. In a matter of hours, a deafening, supersonic roar fills the sky. The wind reaches speeds of hundreds of miles per hour, instantly flattening every skyscraper, every forest, and every mountain range in its path. But the wind is nothing compared to the water. Because the oceans keep spinning while the land stops, the entire Pacific and Atlantic Oceans heave themselves out of their basins. A 2-mile-high wall of water and toxic mud traveling at supersonic speeds sweeps across the continents. Los Angeles, New York, London, Tokyo, wiped out in a matter of seconds. Entire continents are submerged under miles of violent churning ocean. At the same time, the Earth's mantle cracks open. Supervolcanoes erupt simultaneously. The sky is choked with ash, blocking out the sun completely. But the horror doesn't end there. Because the crust has shifted, areas that were once at the equator are suddenly pushed to the polar regions in a matter of hours. Tropical jungles are instantly subjected to temperatures of minus 80 degrees Fahrenheit. This is not theory. This is physical, historical fact. In Siberia, excavators consistently find the remains of woolly mammoths, perfectly preserved in the permafrost. These animals were not slowly frozen over decades. They were flash frozen. Many of them are found standing up, with undigested tropical buttercups and green grass still in their mouths. They were grazing in a warm climate 1 second and instantly frozen solid the next. The system hit the reset button. The Matrix was wiped clean. Act 3. The Lost Civilizations. The elites know that human history is a lie. Mainstream academia, heavily funded by the shadow government, teaches us that human civilization is a straight line of progress. They tell us that 6,000 years ago, we were primitive hunter-gatherers, and slowly we built the modern world. This is the programming of the Matrix. The truth is, humanity has reached incredible peaks of technological advancement multiple times in the past, only to be entirely erased by the cyclical pole shift. Look at the Great Pyramid of Giza. Mainstream Egyptologists claim it was built with copper chisels and wooden rollers, yet modern engineers with laser-guided diamond cutters struggle to replicate its precision. The pyramids are perfectly aligned with the cosmos and built with a deep understanding of the Earth's electromagnetic grid. They were not built by primitive people. They are the surviving monolithic structures of a previous cycle. They are the remnants of a highly advanced global civilization that existed before the last cataclysm. Every single ancient culture on Earth shares the exact same origin story, the myth of the Great Flood. Whether it is the biblical story of Noah's Ark, the Epic of Gilgamesh from Mesopotamia, the Hindu texts describing Manu's boat, or the ancient indigenous legends of the Americas, they all describe a day when the oceans rose to the tops of the mountains and swallowed the world. Plato wrote extensively about Atlantis, a highly advanced, technologically superior civilization that sank into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune. These are not myths. They are the surviving historical records of the last time the Earth's crust slipped. The survivors of these cataclysms were plunged back into the Stone Age, forced to start over from zero. We are not the first advanced civilization on this planet. We are simply the current one, and the shadow government knows our time is almost up. Act 4. The Warning Signs. Why is this relevant right now? Why did the CIA classify this book in 1966, and why are the global elites panicking today? Because the cycle is happening again. The system is blinking red. For the last century, scientists have been tracking the Earth's magnetic North Pole. For decades, it moved slowly, predictably, wandering around northern Canada. But in the late 1990s, the pole suddenly accelerated. It began racing towards Siberia at an unprecedented speed of over 30 miles per year. At the exact same time, the Earth's magnetosphere, the protective electromagnetic shield that surrounds our planet, has begun to weaken dramatically. The South Atlantic anomaly, a massive dent in our magnetic field, is growing larger every single year, allowing dangerous cosmic radiation to bleed through. The electromagnetic glue that holds our reality together is loosening. The elites monitor this data in real time. They see the rapid changes in the Earth's core. They see the extreme, unexplainable weather patterns, the increase in global seismic activity, and the shifting magnetic anomalies. They know the pole shift is imminent, but they are not going to tell you. Because if the public knew that a 2-mile-high tsunami was coming, the illusion of the Matrix would instantly collapse. People would stop going to work, the stock market would disintegrate, the entire global financial system, which gives the elites their power, would vanish overnight. They need you to remain asleep. They need you to keep paying your taxes, consuming their media, and funding their escape plan. If you knew the world was going to end, and you had unlimited, unchecked trillions of dollars, what would you do? You would dig. For the last 50 years, the shadow government has been siphoning trillions of dollars into black budget projects. This money doesn't just disappear, it goes underground. The elites have been constructing massive, highly advanced, deep underground military bases, known as D.U.M.B.s.
We've talked about the Doomsday base in New Mexico, but that is just one node in a massive subterranean network. Look at the Denver International Airport. It was built in 1995, billions of dollars over budget, in the middle of nowhere. It features a runway layout shaped like a swastika and bizarre, terrifying, apocalyptic murals depicting the death of billions of people and the rise of a new world order. But the real secret of the Denver airport is beneath it. Whistleblowers have confirmed the existence of a massive, multi-level subterranean city directly beneath the airport. These underground cities are entirely self-sufficient. They are equipped with geothermal energy, hydroponic underground farms, advanced alien-derived technology, and massive DNA seed banks. They are connected by high-speed, maglev subterranean train systems that crisscross the entire North American continent. These facilities are not meant for the public. They are modern-day Noah's Arks, built exclusively for high-ranking politicians, billionaire tech oligarchs, and the shadow government. When the magnetic field finally snaps, when the crust slips and the sky turns black, the elites will simply take an elevator down. They will seal the massive blast doors behind them. They will sit comfortably in their subterranean fortresses, waiting out the supersonic winds and the crushing ocean waves. They will let the billions of people on the surface, you, me, and everyone we know, be wiped out by the cataclysm. And when the waters finally recede and the Earth settles into its new geographical position, the elites will emerge from their bunkers. They will possess all the advanced technology, all the knowledge, and all the resources. To the scattered, primitive survivors on the surface, they will look like gods. They will rebuild the Matrix, and the cycle of control will begin all over again. Act 6. Breaking the cycle. This is the ultimate secret of the Adam and Eve story. This is why the CIA classified a book about ancient history. Because history is not in the past. It is a terrifying loop. The system is designed to keep us ignorant, fighting amongst ourselves over manufactured political outrage, celebrity gossip, and digital illusions. They keep our eyes locked on our screens, so we never look at the shifting magnetic anomalies or question the massive black-budget underground construction happening right beneath our feet. But the frequency of truth cannot be suppressed forever. The classified files are leaking. The whistleblowers are speaking out. The shadow government wants you to feel helpless, but awareness is the ultimate weapon against the Matrix. Once you see the true nature of their control, their holographic reality loses its power over you. Do not be distracted by the artificial chaos on the surface. Prepare your mind. Question the timeline. Stay awake. Stay sovereign. Stay elite.